live on IG.
Yo, what's happening, party people? This is Derek, and this is my co-host, Mike. This is Addiction and Recovery Talk, episode 22, I believe it
23,
is.
last week was 22.
23 is getting out of control.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how many viewers we got, but guess what? Tell a friend, please like and subscribe. This thing is about helping people. This is about me and him sharing our experience, strength, and hope of what drugs do to people and families, and how like the comeback is like a Rocky story. Man, we were in the gutter, man. We were out, man. Nobody was even betting on us.
Literally
no more.
dead
we
3
was
times.
Dead, like in the gutter, man. Like trying to get out the sewer system.
Prison.
And finally
Behind
got
bars.
out. Somebody gave us a chance, man, and we raised to new heights. And
Sleeping in
we
cockroaches.
just want to share about like how life is, and we didn't even talk about the subject. It don't matter. You know why? Because it's always about positivity. It's always about like, you know, what you can do when you put your mind to it, man. I've been clean over 29 years,
Real
man.
quick, before you get started.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, if y'all are in the live, just like he was saying earlier about the like, comment, share. Yo, if you got something to say and you want to engage in the conversation, reach out. If you have a
Yes.
question, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah,
and just like I
feedback.
said, if you got something to say in opposed to something we're saying, let's talk.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we're just sharing our experience, strength, and hope. I mean, I didn't go to no college or nothing. Well, actually, I did. I went to the School of Hard Knocks. You know what I mean? I didn't go to college. I researched. I did the drugs. I was the guinea pig. So I could tell you, don't do it. Just say no. Remember Nancy Reagan? She said, just say no. I said, yeah. And boy, did I pay for it.
We were too busy saying yes.
I was curious, man. I wanted to see what what it was about. And actually,
We don't just say no. We're too
I didn't want
busy
to.
saying
I didn't want to
no.
say no because I didn't want to look like in my neighborhood. You know, I grew up in. I didn't want to look like I was soft.
Bro, that's every young man, man. Every young boy is gonna feel like that, no matter what neighborhood.
Not everyone.
he's
Some of
around
them
his
said
little
no.
brothers, man.
Some of them had.
Yeah, but some of them are strong enough. But everybody's gonna face that. Everybody's gotta look. You know, everybody wants to feel like a man. But some people, you'll find so much more strength in saying no and standing on your own.
Yeah.
And that's the actual strength, not being the pussy that goes along with everybody, and looking tough.
You know what
It's fucking being tough.
You know what I saw? I think it was yesterday. It was on Facebook. No, my man, he posted on his IG, on his story. He said something about when we seek, something about seeking pleasure and seeking purpose, and what's better. When you seek pleasure, that's selfish and that's destructive usually.
And that's instant gratification. Might
Instant
feel good right
gratif-
away,
it does.
but it sucks later.
Yeah, but when you chase your
Sucks
purpose,
for a long time.
when you chase your purpose, which is God's will for you, like He gave us all gifts, and sometimes, as I see with a lot of us, we have to go through the depths of hell to find our purpose, and then when we come out of it, like our stories is addiction. So now we came out of it. We want to help people get out of it because we have experience with that. We know what it's like to be caught in the grips, and that's one of the. Let me tell you something.
You just walk through hell.
I don't know anything that
right there.
I've ever experienced that was worse than drug addiction. When you ever do something against your will, like I know. I mean, after a while, the drugs wasn't working no more. I wasn't having fun. It was just a job, but I was addicted, and I had to go and get high. And remember a couple times like going to get high and not really wanting to, or trying not to get high, and people stopping by with just like you think about it. When you're on drugs, you want somebody to come over with some free stuff,
I
right?
used to have to go to Camden. It's
Now
a fucking
think about
half
it.
hour.
I'm trying not to get high, right? The one day I'm like, I'm not getting high. I'm just gonna stay home. I'll never forget this. Remember that girl I was telling you about that she knocked on my door one day.
Prostitute.
Huh?
The prostitute.
Yeah, she knocked on my door one day, and I was like, "What's up?" And I'm trying not to get high, and she's like, "Oh, what's up? I'm chilling."
This is after you were done seeing her, though.
Yeah, like out of the blue, here she comes.
Oh fuck. That's Satan,
Looking good.
Bro. That's evil.
Looking good,
That's
too.
evil. Knocking on your
with drugs.
Bro, that's the biblical definition of fucking evil.
I know I'm gonna get high and get me some. You think I was gonna say no? I was like, oh, come on in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was like,
You probably thanked God for that, even though he didn't send the bitch.
yeah, because that's how twisted we are. We think that's a blessing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, I was
It is
trying
just
not to
from
get
an
high
evil
that
sin,
day.
yeah.
Here she comes, man, with some free drugs, and I had a place, and she's hot. So what do you think? Do you think I was gonna say? Come on in.
It's funny you say you think it's a blessing.
I-
But Satan can't create
I was
blessings for his
trying
people.
not to
Only
get high.
goodness can
I
create.
decided I'm just going to stay in the house, watch TV, and eat some food because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was disgusted with myself. Here she comes. Now, any other day, I would wish somebody would come with some free drugs, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
When I gotta,
yeah.
like you say, run around and spend all my money. Here's the one day I'm like, man, I'm just gonna chill, man. I'm gonna stay home, watch TV, and eat some food and relax. And here she comes with free drugs and sex and drugs and rock and roll. My downfall. My downfall killed me every time.
Always does.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Always does. Lucky you.
Yeah,
Gosh,
yeah.
I
And
don't remember if I had.
yeah,
any
like I was
bitches
telling
just
you, and he encouraged me not to tell the story I was going to tell because like it was I had a good time that one day, and here it is.
But
Here-
the bottom line is this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the good times are few and far in between. Like that's why I remembered it so much because for that one good time, I probably had 499 bad times. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, his good time led to shit. It led to a relationship with a prostitute and a girl who did fucking things that made him feel horrible.
Like
And
you
it
know
led
what's
to
crazy?
him spending his money on using somebody else for money and just
Well,
it was fucking hard.
it gets so twisted because you know when you first meet a person, you know you're doing drugs and it's about that good time, it's about that interaction, but then as time goes by, you start liking them, they start liking you, start knowing each other's story because you know that's one thing about drugs you know,
Yeah,
and you spend hours with somebody, you start telling each other your stories and where you came
yeah.
from and this and that. You start like knowing that person and feeling for them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not deeply in love, you still have a care for them, like you know,
Connection,
a
your souls
connection.
connect, man.
You share time with them, and then like the first time something like crazy happens where you have to compromise, that's like crazy.
Mm.
And then the drugs are so twisted. Like crazy becomes like a norm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
like
become insane.
I've seen, and like I said, I had my little, you know, issues with her, but I wasn't deeply involved with her like that because of the drugs. But I've seen twisted relationships where the guy was out there with his girl's prostituting, and she's basically taking care of both their addictions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like she's out there, you know, selling her body while this dude's waiting for her to do what she got to do so they can get high.
Bro, I told the story last week about the dude who used to come to my hotel room and be like, yeah, my girlfriend's got a date. And then he would go get right in the bed, the same bed of the woman the mother of his children.
Well, that got normal
And
because
both of them were too degenerate to have fucking custody.
well, here's the thing when it comes to that. The drugs take over, right? And you look at people like that, you say, oh, they're scumbags or this or that. They might be, but it might just be the fact that the drugs got a hold of them to the point where they compromise their souls. They sell their soul to the devil, and they want to get high, and the drug is that powerful. Because a lot of people get clean, and they become great people. And some people get clean, they're still scumbags.
But when they're, yeah, but exactly. They are scumbags while they're committing scumbag actions.
Yeah.
But just like we said, you don't have to be anything tomorrow. You don't have to be anything that you are right now in 10 minutes. You can fucking change it right away.
Yeah.
You can make the decision, flip the switch, and become new.
Yeah.
Change your ways. Call somebody who knows how to reach out, man. We can help you. We can send you to somebody who can figure this out and help you. And it ain't just rehab. There's a shit ton of different resources, man. And everybody's got different problems. But you can always become anew.
Yeah.
And in that feeling of becoming new is like great. It's being born again. You just feel like somebody takes your soul and scrubs it clean and puts it right back in your body.
Yeah.
It is godly.
Yeah.
And it really is. And this guy, you know, we were talking about the relationship thing, and you know, you're spending time with people. Listen, I strongly believe that connection that you make between when the masculine and the feminine come together. I mean, that is everything that every spirituality book is. It's about making that connection. So
Pigeon just crapped on me.
Oh, shit.
I think that means good luck.
yeah, it does. So when you can make that happen between, you know, we try to meditate and make that happen on our own, right? When that's how we reach the higher consciousness. But when you can get that with another human and spend that time, and then you're not on drugs will block you from that. Yeah, you might feel a little extra at the time, but when you do it in sobriety, the levels that you will reach are astronomical. And it gets physical. It turns into something that you could never imagine. When you make that connection with someone and really grow, I mean, that is one of the most beautiful things in the world.
Dude, I was so used to being like loaded and high when I talked to women that when I first got clean, I was so awkward at first. I did not. It's
He's got a couple
Well, let's keep talking, bro.
We can. It's loud as shit. We gotta go on the other side at least.
Don't worry about it.
Nobody's gonna hear it. We'll go on the other side.
Okay.
We're moving our location, guys. Somebody had come. Chainsaw. I remember last.
It's all good.
We talked about that. It pissed me off because I wanted to chop that thing up,
Yeah.
and I wanted to work at it. Yeah, I'm pretty pissed. Thanks.
No big deal.
It's okay.
It's not that serious.
I know. There's more going on here.
Here we go.
Yeah, we can just go right up against the house, man.
Okay.
Or that tree.
Right here?
What do you want to do, brother?
How about here?
Yeah. Right here.
Don't stop the show.
Yeah, see, no, yeah, of course not. We ain't stopping. We're
Yeah.
back to moving.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta go.
It's all good.
That's what we do. We adapt and overcome, baby.
Yeah, that's all. Just a little break in the action. That's
Like we
okay.
did when we were on drugs.
Dude's cutting down trees.
Yeah, chopping up all that wood that's on the side of my house from when that storm came through.
Yeah. It's all good.
All right, cool. You in there?
Yeah, man. Don't matter.
Let's go.
Dude, I've been through a lot worse than something like that.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Like I've done a lot of work on myself. And a lot of stuff. It's the same. It's not that deep. Where before something like that, we might would have gotten into a fight with this dude over something like that. like, dude, don't you see what we're doing?
And he would have been like, no, I don't.
He don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with him. You know what I mean? He's just doing his job, or he's getting something done that he needs to get done, man. So, whatever, man. It's like, it's about growing. It's about getting better. It's about being a productive member of society. It's about having empathy and understanding. It's about, like, I know for myself personally, being that I was a junkie, drug addict, a crackhead, like, and I say those things proudly because I'm not those things no more. And I overcame that, and then, you know, at one point, you get so deep in it, you think there's no way out, right? And like to live the life I'm living today, man, like I was just telling him, I had my second class of, I'm at this hot yoga spot in Bryn Mawr, PA, and they created this class for me doing a fit class in infrared heat. And last week was my first class, and I had one student And today, 4 signed up, but 3 came, and it was great, man. They came, and I had a nice music playlist, and 3 girls, and these girls, man, we burnt, we got busy. And then I asked them how they feel about it, and they were like, "Oh my God, that was great, and the music, and this and that, and it was just the right amount of this, and the right amount of that." And he was giving me encouragement. So he was saying, "Yo, man, you had 1 student, now you got 3. It just keep like even this, we just keep coming. Like I didn't even look to see how many views we got or likes, none of that, because I feel like I did my job. Like I made a commitment. I found somebody who wants to do it with me. He came to me and asked me, because I had like 3 or 4 co-hosts. This is episode 23, so in the first I don't know how many.
17.
I had like
on.
3 or 4 different people. I think about 4, and you know, they couldn't keep the commitment, and so I stopped for maybe a month or so, and then he mentioned it to me and asked me about it, and I told him I stopped, and then he decided, he was like, "Yo, I'll do it with you." And the thing about it is, he's committed and I'm committed. So like when you have somebody that's down with you that wants to do it just as bad as you do, like, and makes like arrangements, like you know, the one week I had to go somewhere and we had to do it a few days late, and then today we're doing it a day early because I'm going to a pool party with all my yoga friends tomorrow. So I called them up and I was like, "We got to get the thing in." So it's about commitment, it's about purpose, it's about giving back to the community, it's about being the best you can be, it's about hanging with people who have goals and want to do stuff. Like I hung out with people that all they wanted to do was find out how they can get their next hit. You know what I mean? And will do any and everything to get it. Lie, cheat, steal, sell their body, sell their soul. And that's a dark place to be in, man. And like I was saying earlier, when you started revving up, to be caught, to be a slave to something that is destructive, and like that, you see yourself going down this dark path, this dark hole, and it's almost like you can't do anything about it. It's like you're just stuck. And I don't know, man. I'm just excited, you know, I got a lot of good things going on, man, and a lot of goals to reach, and I'm very busy. I'm so busy that it's good. It's a good busy. It's a good busy, and I see a place for myself to be in like January of 2025. I'm like, I want to be a hot yoga instructor certified. I start to train in September. I want my class in Bryn Mawr, the hot fit class in infrared heat, to really do well. Like the people, they believe in me and they want to promote me and this and that. I just hooked up with this supplement company, and I'm gonna start you know, posting their stuff on my social media. And I had an interview with them, and they think I'm a perfect fit because of, you know, my energy, my personality, and how I'm built, especially at my age. And I'm like doing all these, and I went to my union and I told them the stuff I want to do, because I just became a model and I'm trying to really do well in that, and they want to accommodate me and help me with that, and I found out I'm closer to retirement than I thought, and they're going to help me with that. You know what I mean? So like I'm going to be able to get a pension and be a model and a yoga instructor and do all this stuff, and it was dark,
man.
I had to raise 3 kids by myself, man, and at that time I didn't think. I was like, man, how am I going to do this? No, I did it 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day at a time, and then I didn't think about like the end result. All I stayed in was into that day. I said, all right, today they got to go to school, they got to do this, do that. After school, they got to go to cheerleading practice. I got to get in there. I got to get.
Yo, hey Mang, thanks for the compliments, brother. He says, nice physique, man.
Thank you, brother.
He wishes he had somebody to train like us. Listen,
you do.
man.
We're here.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. You can reach out to us, because like we're here for all of that. Because like this is another thing that's maybe a little different than most people in recovery. Me and him promote physical fitness as part of the thing that helps you stay clean. Because a healthy body helps you have a healthy mind. Because I'll tell you this, the more I work on my physique, I want to work on my mind. I want to educate myself because I'm like starting to see like, oh, I got potential to be all this and that and do all these different things.
Mang, I owe you a meal plan. I got you. I'm on live telling everybody it's coming in 24 hours.
Give
I
it
got
to
your
him.
email. I'm gonna send it right out
Give
to
it
you,
to
brother.
him. Give it to him.
I'm gonna put you on my paid subscription thing. I'm just gonna put you on it. I got you.
Yeah.
My
man.
apologies on that. I dropped the ball on that, brother. I can't lie about that.
It's all good.
All right.
Yeah, you talk for a while. I've been running my mouth.
Hey, man. Hey, I can't cut you down, man.
Nah, I
Do
was
your
just
thing.
feeling it, man.
So, like he was saying, you know, if you don't quit, you can't fail. That means failure is non-existent.
Wow,
It
I
is
like
not
that.
real. Because you're not giving up. If you get the fuck up the next day and keep rocking, can't nobody stop you. You just keep crushing it. Okay, and then, you know, and there was to respond to a lot of the things he did say about feeling helpless and feeling like there's nowhere to turn. Everybody, you're going to get there. It's coming. If you're on drugs, if you're addicted to anything, I don't care what it is. Even when I was cutting down weed, I was hearing the same voices that were in my head when I was trying to quit doing dope. Literally hearing voices asking me, what are you going to do without me? How are you going to get through the day without this? What are you going to do? Laughing at you.
Yeah.
Good and evil is real, Bubba.
The devil wants to win, man. He wants to hold us down. He gives us all these things that we think are so important, like that we put on a
that means
pedestal.
nothing.
That we put on a pedestal and we chase. And it's like we chase negativity. But when you put in work like this it's not gonna happen overnight. Like all these things I'm talking about, like being a model, being a hot yoga instructor, being able to
done through
retire.
hard work.
It took years. It took years, and it's still going to take some time. Like, I'm not going to be an overnight sensation being a model. I got to keep working out. I got to keep eating right. I got to keep answering the phone. I got to keep, talking to my agent. I got to keep, I got to study to become a hot yoga instructor. Like, if I stop working out and start eating like crap, I'm gonna be a fat piece of crap.
The search for happiness got him on drugs.
Yeah.
The persistency to success. Guess what happens once you're successful? Guess how you feel? Happy.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, like, me and my own story, like, I grew up in an era where, we got high, and then when coke came out, we used to say, it was actually a song. The song is called The P is Free, which is, what the P means.
Oh, I do.
Because the crack costs money. If you had cocaine, you was gonna get laid that night unless you were just a retard. I mean, it was like shooting fish in the barrel. Like, girls, we used to call them skeezers.
They are.
You go out to a club, this and that, and they'd be like, straight up, you got some blow? And if you said yeah, it was almost like they know what they got to do to get that blow from you. And it was just that, like, wide open. It was like the Wild West. It was like cocaine equaled girls and sex.
I was that coke dealer
Yeah, so it was like,
for almost 10 years.
yeah, and then think about it. If a girl would just have sex with you just because you got coke, she don't even care who you are or what
Yeah.
you're about.
And listen, anybody can be a fuck boy. It's not special.
Nah.
And it means nothing. And honestly, you're wasting your fucking life force.
Yeah.
That fucking sperm that you just jerk off and throw onto napkins, bro, that's human beings. That creates a fucking life. Do you think that that's meaningless in your body? Do you think that that's just going to sit in your nutsack? It's not helping you or helping your energy field. It literally, if you don't beat off, 30 days, your testosterone goes up 200 to 400%. It's silly. That is you,
They call that
man.
semen
your
retention?
whole shit will
There's
change.
this
It's
thing
just
called,
normal. It's
Yeah.
semen retention now because our whole world is so porn addicted. Seriously.
Right. Yeah.
Sex is not a
It's
need.
too easy now.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, for real. You know what I had to go through to watch porn when I was a kid? I'm gonna tell you
You had to
this.
go and wait till your dad or
my
uncle was
dad
long gone and
had-
sneak and take
yeah.
his tape. Nobody had to be home.
Not even a tape. Like, I'm so old,
Playboy.
right? No. He had this projector. So I had to make sure I had like 3 or 4
projector?
hours.
Porn on a
Because
projector.
seriously, so I I had to sneak and get his projector, set it up, run the reel through just to watch this porn. And then I had to make sure I had enough time to clean up and put it back. Like, so it was like, it wasn't like a tape you just put in. Because I started watching, when I was a little kid, I started watching porn before.
Yeah.
I'm so old. Dude, I remember when the microwaves first came out. I remember
shit.
when VCRs first came out. Matter of fact, it was beta machines before VCRs. Betamax. I remember when cable came out. I remember, like, dude, I watched so much stuff being invented. And I remember we had 8-track tapes before cassettes. Then we got cassettes. Then we got CDs. Now you don't need nothing. Everything is on your phone. So a young kid, a young man could just go on his phone and watch porn instantly. That's too much access. That's too much negativity to have at
That
your
shit's
disposal.
addictive, man. That's too much dopamine in your brain.
like you should have to work for
affecting
something.
your life in a
even
negative way.
social media, right? And I'm talking to a lot of people.
Listen,
do those.
anybody can
They
fuck.
do those.
Takes a
What you
man
call that?
to
The
love
dating
somebody.
apps.
Yeah.
No. In my day, you had to have a nice rap game. I still,
you had to have the balls to go speak to a woman.
I still like to go up to a girl and say, "Yo, what's up? Man? My name's Derek. How you doing?" And say something, try to get her to smile, because that's a skill I acquired. I don't need no dating
Listen,
app.
women
I can
love
go
that shit.
anywhere. I can go shop right. A girl can walk down the street right now, and if I see her, I can get her attention, and I bet you I can get somewhere with her, because
what?
that's the kind of confidence I have. You know why? Because I've practiced talking to women.
Guess what?
Anything you want to be good at, you gotta practice at.
All your dorky little dick friends are already texting all the girls because they don't have the balls to go and speak to them.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something, bro. When you set yourself aside and man up and grab some confidence and go speak to that woman, because that's all she is just a human being who takes a shit in the morning, just like
Yeah.
everybody else.
Right.
And just go have a conversation. It's real simple. You say, "Hey, excuse me, I just want to keep it real with you. I just want to be honest. I think you are beautiful. Hi, my name is so-and-so."
Right.
And see how she acts.
Another
she don't
thing.
like you?
Another thing.
On to the next one. Get the
When
fuck
you're,
over
when
it,
you're
my
somewhere,
friend. 3 billion.
I want to give you a suggestion. Let's say you're at the gym. I don't care where you are. The best looking girl in there, go up to her and start talking to her. Because 9 times out of 10, she's dying for somebody to talk to her, because everybody else is intimidated. So a lot of times they're lonely because guys are scared to talk to them. And only guys who talk to them are guys who got money or something to offer them, because they think that's what they need to get her. They think they have to.
Or you wonder why you see an ugly dude with a hot chick. Because he's got the balls to go talk to her.
Yeah, that's true. That's the bottom line. And
You're going to set yourself aside. A woman's impressed by that shit.
Yeah.
She can feel that confidence and
Confidence.
that energy. Women aren't a woman. I'm not talking about these little girls, like these little skeezers, like he was talking about, that are just gonna be like, "Oh, he's not mine."
Right.
No, a woman is going to feel that energy on you, bro. She's going
Go
to
up to
she
her
can
like you
smell
own the
that
place.
shit. Yeah,
Like you own the place.
That's it.
Until you do.
be a fucking G.
Act like you own the place until you. I remember this guy who
And
trained
G
me.
ain't part of the pack, bro.
This guy who trained me how to run drill rigs, right? I left the company and I went to another drilling company, and he knew that the next day was going to be my first day drilling without him, because he was always there for me to ask questions, and he was close by because we were on the same job site. He was like either a yell away or a telephone call away, and he said he knew that the next day was going to be my first day drilling for this company, and he says, "Dude, go in there like you own the place until you do." I was like, all right, then. He gave me that words of wisdom. Go in there like you own the place.
Just be the man. Like, listen, and I'm not talking fake it till you make it. I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm not talking about being fake by anything. Fucking get the confidence. Know what you're capable of and what you can do. Just because you don't know everything, that's normal. Not everybody, and nobody goes into anything knowing everything.
No.
All right? You go in there with the confidence of who you are, and yeah, own the fucking place.
And if you don't know, ask
Until you
questions.
physically own the place.
That's another thing. I'm still very open to learn, and that's part of how I'm successful, because I ask questions when I don't know. You know what I mean? If somebody says something, I'm like, well, what does that mean? They say a word. Like, I don't act like I know what they're talking about when I don't. Like,
The dumbest person in the place is always the one who says it.
and people respect that. You know what I mean? Like, because most people want to share with you. You know, most people do. they want to help you. You know what I mean? Especially because like I hang with nothing but positive. I go into positive situations, so I mostly run into positive people that are willing to, you know, help you and, you know, share with you. Just like me and him are, man. Like this is about. We believe in physical fitness, very much so, because when you are physically fit, you're good, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. When you feel good about yourself, that's when you have confidence. When you feel good and you're happy, then you get up every day looking forward to the things you have to do, and you want to grow as a person. You know what I mean? And that's what's happened to me. And I'm at that place now. My kids are grown, and so I have a lot. My time is my time. I can do the things I like, but I also spend time with my kids, man. One of the favorite things I like is when we're all home and my daughters are in the kitchen cooking, and I sit down and I just talk to them. You know what I mean? And then they ask me questions, and then they, you know, like. And my daughters are, you know, my one daughter should be a lawyer. She's very opinionated. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's to the point. If she doesn't like what I'm saying, it's almost like she gets mad at me, and I crack up. I'm like, yo, man, listen to both sides. Don't just, even though you don't like, you think
It's
you don't
hard to
like
do that
something.
when you're young, man.
Yeah, she thinks she knows everything, and I laugh, and I think, and she thinks what she believes is the only way or the right way, and that's cool, you know what I mean? But it's a pleasure to be able to hang out with my kids and watch them grow up and be a part of how they turned out, like in a positive way. Like I raised them and I fought for them.
Talk to him, man, real quick when you're done.
Huh?
When you talk to him, man.
Go ahead, man. We
no,
going
finish.
Nah, I'm just like
I'm just kicking. Hemang, man, he's talking about Hemang. Listen, I saw what you said about your girl leaving you, man. And
His girl left
listen, yeah. So he's been doing some things that aren't really good for himself, just to feel that comfort again.
Right.
Listen, whenever we get separated with something, I don't care what it is. When a doctor cuts a tumor off your brain that's killing you, it's gonna hurt. Everything hurts when you get separated from something. All right. Part of what's gonna show, what's really gonna be the decider on how much value you are as a man, really, is how much stress you can take and how you're gonna push through that and how you're going to deal with that, how you're going to face that. All right, are you going to cower in a corner and start doing a bunch of degenerate shit just to feel good, or are you going to do what's right for you? Are you going to worry about how you feel at this very moment, or are you going to look towards the up and coming future and do what you know is right for you and what you know needs to be done? All right, so I know your culture, man, so I know,
can I say
what
something?
you need to do. You know what you need to do.
Can I say something?
But we'll definitely talk after this. Yeah, go ahead.
As far as that goes, mourn that loss, man. Mourn that loss. Listen to some love songs, you know what I mean? Like, get over it, man. Like,
it's okay to hurt, bro.
Yeah, man, you got to go through those feelings, man. Acknowledge them, talk about it, and don't keep it in, because if you do, it's toxic and it'll destroy you. Find a good friend. Talk about how it hurts, how you missed the girl, this and that. But also think about, like, why you're not together. And maybe this is a blessing in disguise. And maybe you'll find that out over time. And this is the opportunity to start a new life and focus on you and become the best you can be, so that because I always feel like this.
You don't got to put your
God
energy
is
on anybody
preparing
else.
the girl I don't know for me while I'm preparing myself for her. Because I'm becoming the best person. So when I do meet somebody, she's gonna be like, "Damn, this dude been working on it." Like